Fluffy Cathy here, a friendly reminder to you all to subscribe and don't forget to like this video. In addition to that, leave a comment down below. Enjoy the video and have a nice day. Delora, you could have put that more nicely. I'm pretty sure I was already being nice. Change? Why do I need to change? Are you completely unaware of how heartless you are to other people? The coldness you show to your stepfamily and your father. The way you treat Princess Emma. Why would they need to be treated any differently? You need to prove that you have some goodness in you, Princess. Some smidge of kindness. Why? People only show you kindness when they want something from you. The instant they get what they want, they'll just throw you away. What else? I guess this one. We'll give you a bit of history. Oh, I got it. Once upon a time, in a kingdom far, far away, there were two crystals. Dramatic side, one of the crystals is in the kingdom called the Crystallium Lucis. It is powered by happiness and love. The other is the Crystallium Tenebrarum, powered by fear and anger. The strongest of the fairies is the Lucius Bearer. Parfait is the Lucius Bearer. I take in Parfait's frail and sickly appearance. She is the strongest fairy. The Great War greatly damaged me. My powers are a fraction of what they used to be. And with no child, I have no successor to my burden. What does a bearer do? Bearers regulate the energy of the crystals and keep the balance between darkness and light. For centuries, the fairies and witches had lived in harmony with the humans of the kingdom, until a certain human decided to be a pest. Who was he? I know him as Hans Gabriel Grimm. He wrote the fairy. Oh, the Grimm brothers. Those people. He started the feud between the witches and the fairies in the process. How could a single person have so much power? It was the power of his words. In Grimm's story, the witches were always evil. The humans grew to fear and hate them. They began to hunt them. Didn't the witches fight back? We weren't allowed to use our powers to cause harm. But that all changed when the Tenebrarum Bearer decided revenge was more important than our promise. The witches took over the kingdom. They created the fairy tale curse to spread even more sadness and anger, to fill the human heart with negative emotion. All to fuel the power of the Tenebrarum. The delicate balance of harmony between the crystals was broken. The witches and the Tenebrarum grew far stronger than they were ever meant to be. We have no choice but to fight. And then the Great War happened. The Tenebrarum Bearer was eventually defeated. The Great War was ended with the help of an unexpected ally, but many lives were lost. The good witches suffered horribly. We still have to stay hidden in hopes of having any kind of peace. Are you trying to make me believe that there are good witches? The Tenebrarum can poison a heart and mind into darkness and cruelty. The witches put themselves at risk in working with the Tenebrarum and maintaining harmony. Some inevitably are corrupted. Many good witches were corrupted during the war. Most remain that way. Many do not believe it, but the witches can be just as kind as fairies. And yet it wasn't a fairy that cursed me. I've done good by cursing you, princess. You'll thank me when you've broke it. Delora was not corrupt by the Tenebrarum. She is as good as they come. Hopefully you'll come to see that for yourself. I doubt it. Apart from my inherent goodness, Parfait and I are working together because we have a common goal, which is to restore the balance between darkness and light. 3 good deeds and I get my life back. Easier said than done. You said Cinderella, didn't you? Didn't you just go to a ball and find a prince? What does that have to... What does doing good have to do with that? Going to a ball, finding the prince, It's also old-fashioned, no fun in that. Cinderella is a girl with a pure heart. She's always willing to help others, even when they are cruel to her. Anyways, I have brought some clothes for you. I'll leave them on the table. We'll be waiting outside. There are some people I'd like you to meet. What? I cannot believe this. I can't either. I look down at my neatly bandaged feet. I have to admit that while sore, they are nowhere near as painful as they have been 2 days before. Why would she even care? I was the reason she lost her job at the palace. Oh, she probably doesn't remember me as the princess, but still, she has no reason to do such things for me. I ignored the salve for the time being and gingerly stand up, testing my feet for pain. The injury is definitely healing. I slowly walk over to the table and change into the clothes that have been left there. The dress is nowhere near as luxurious as the one that I wear in the palace, but still is far improved from my rags. All my life, I've never had to lift a finger, and now I will not let them see how much they have rattled me. I refuse to break. Just watch me. I will free myself from this curse. You go, girl. What is this place? There are several people in the room, chatting admiringly with each other. I notice the girl that has left me the salve by the counter serving drinks. But as soon as the people in the room notice me, the room falls into immediate silence. Well, look what we have here, the Ice Princess herself, huh? They know who I am? I don't think it was true. Cursed for her cold-heartedness, as to be expected. You remember who I am, and yet you still treat me like this. Well, you aren't really a princess anymore, are you? You're one of us now, girl. Everyone, please, you shouldn't be treating a newcomer like this. Princess, let me apologize. They mean no offense. I cannot believe that. Not when the people parfait is referring to simply smirking and smug as I meet their gaze. What is this place? Welcome to the Marchen Tavern, a home for those with the fairy tale curse. You make it sound some kind of holiday house. Don't ruin my moment, Delora. Marchen Tavern? The Marchen was built 3 years ago, when the number of cursed in Aguila continued to rise. The goal is to gather those affected so they might help each other break their curse. Of course, I am also here to provide help as necessary. Only the cursed and those allied with our cause can stay here. The evil and wicked can never find this place. Most of the people here are cursed. How come these people remember who I am? The cursed are not affected by the conditions of someone else's curse. Your condition is simple. Everyone has forgotten who you are, the crown princess. But because these people here are cursed, they still remember your title. Oh, come on, stop clicking things. No. It goes without saying that the fairies and witches are also not affected. Come, princess, let me introduce you to the few boarders we have at the Marchen. Parfait beckons the serving girl over. This is Anise. She helps in Marchen and does most of the cooking. I'm sure you understand why she's working here now. I believe she deserves an apology. Mr. Laura, what are you talking about? Don't you worry your sweet little head over it. You don't remember what this Ice Princess did to you, huh? I have nothing to apologize for. Clumsiness does not benefit a palace mate. I only did what was necessary. Well, it's nice to meet you, Princess. I'm Anise Willow. I hope we get along. Really? This is how you're going to start doing good? I don't believe I asked for your opinion. Please, you two, no fighting. I hold my tongue as Parfait leads me to two people whose faces are incredibly familiar. They are the faces I have seen in the palace before. This is Jurian Valentine and Gerlan Belrot? I hope I'm saying it right. How did you know? Both of you were in the Order of Caldry. That's right. Those were two of Sir Alchester's best knights. It was a big surprise when they both left a year ago. I only found out recently that it was because they acted against Sir Alchester's orders. They were stripped of their titles and dishonorably discharged from service. What are you two doing here? We help the fairies. They and the niece are the exceptions and are allowed in the tavern without the curse. Jurian and Garland lend us their strength to help protect the Martian. And protect. From the witches, they'll do anything to make sure their curse remain unbroken. And what about you? I am an exception. Also, I'm good. You keep forgetting the good part. Remember, not all witches are evil. Your curse is a test. A test? I don't like tests. Originally, the wicked were cursed so that they could learn to change. Their curses were meant to teach them a lesson. I'm hoping that your curse will teach you a lesson too, Ice Princess. I really am only trying to help you. I don't need you to show me how to change. I just want my life back. Well, to do that, you'll have to break your curse. Try and make some friends, Princess. They might be able to help you break your curse. Oh, I love to hang around and watch the princess try to be friendly. We have work to do, Delora. Fine. Try not to make any more enemies, Princess. I can try, but I don't promise. The instant Parfait and Delora leave the room, the temperature drops several degrees. Now that I am alone, I feel the cold stare returns, disgust, contempt. As if I am the reason they are cursed and have to take refuge in the Martian in the first place. Make friends? All I've ever had are my dolls. I've never needed friends. I will break this curse on my own. I was told it was rude to stare. One man suddenly sense up, the anger apparent on his face. His hands clench and unclench into fists as he glares at me pointedly. Jurian and Garland place themselves in front of me, shielding me from the man. You know the rules. What happens in the past stays in the past. And no one is allowed to harm anyone else in the Martian. If you cannot comply, you are no longer welcomed here. Tisk. No matter, the Ice Princess will get what's coming to her. He throws one last glare my way before sitting down again. Break the rules and you'll get what's coming to you. That goes for everyone here. Jillian's tone is firm. There is no doubt that she means what she says. So these are the great knights of Order of Caldria. The Martian begins to settle down, and everyone eventually goes back to their conversations and meals. I walk towards an empty table, realizing that I am deliberately ignored. I become immersed in my thoughts as I sit down. One thought, however, comes to me immediately. They hate me. They hate me somehow when I've only ever left the palace twice in my life. How did this happen? The only people who treated me with any respect were Anise, Jurian, and Garland. Is it because they cannot remember who I am? Maybe being in Martian is not a good idea. I doubt anyone here wants to help me break my curse. They'd probably rather see me suffer under its weight. 3 good deeds. How am I supposed to complete 3 when I do not know if I can accomplish 1? Let me try, girl. Hey, it's you! May I join you? I look up and stare in shock at the beautiful lady from the toy shop. Her beauty still managed to take my breath away. What is she doing here? You were in the toy shop.